Hello, I'm Cody, and welcome to session 48 of my Pillars of Eternity turn-based Triple Crown attempt. Last time, we made our way through yet a few more levels of the endless paths of Odd Nua, and ultimately confronted the fellow that the area is apparently named after, or at least his ghost. Interesting, as I do have some vague memories of what happened in the next level that we're about to enter, but I had absolutely no recollection whatsoever of that ghost. Not even a little bit. Funny how the brain works.
Yes. Certainly.
I always need to fiddle with my headset's audio volumes a touch when I first start, as it's deafeningly loud. Alrighty. Oop, got an achievement. And once again, the achievement pop-up appears to be broken by loading screens. Well, I have enough of a recollection of this that I am going to take this time to have my characters eat some stuff. Let's see. It's probably not really worth the effort in reality. The benefits are so small relative to the effort required, but you know what? +3 might resolve? Sure, we'll just make enough of that for everybody. So I don't have to think about it. What's this? Pelagina's inventory is an absolute mess. There we go.
Oh?
Yes?
What? Oh. Okay, you know what? That makes sense. That's fair enough.
Hey.
The Devil Carrack cannot eat or drink.
Uh-huh.
But it lets me give her potions? Do you not drink potions? I guess she can just spill them on herself or something? Baffling sometimes. Alright, there we go. Everybody's had some foods.
Certainly.
Well, didn't remember that this floor had a bunch of weak fights to start it off with. Literally just regular Zorps, not even...
Hey.
Whatchamacallit. The higher level one, not even like skirmishes or anything, or... Shame Mene has cool gain free turns ability is so glitchy. She'd have been really fun to just clear out areas like that with. Sneak her on ahead alone. Warm air pulses through this aperture. Oh, there's a skirmisher in this one, at least. Oh, quite a few. Oh, they're all skirmishers. Oh, some champions, too. Alright.
Hey.
Let's end this! Selmes metu.
I'm ready. Tell me.
Yes? For Takoa!
Oh? Finish them! Lead the way. For the Republics!
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
With the way the duration of those foodstuffs work, it looks like it's gonna just wear off before I get to anything that would make it relevant. If it hasn't already. It already has. Wow. Lord. Who even bothers to use those? Unless you have prescient knowledge of what you're going to encounter, it just doesn't last long enough to matter. Even having at least some vague memory that there was important things to encounter down, or difficult things rather, to encounter down here, I still can't make effective use of it because it's such short a duration.
Following your lead. Your tale ends here!
Yes.
Nice.
I'm ready. Your aim could use some improvement.
Wait, what? It showed her landing there, and then she appeared back up here. Yay for bugs. Alrighty.
Right here.
I can't quite get down there. That was silly of me. Oh, maybe. Not quite. So close.
For Cold Morn!
Hey.
Oh, that'll work.
Your aim could use some improvement. Oh? Uh-huh.
Following your lead. Your tale ends here!
For the Republics!
Right here.
To whispers and shadows. To whispers and shadows.
Oh, is this a little dead end? Your path up here then?
I'll
yes.
see what's ahead.
You think you could put me into that big Agra figure?
Let's stack past 3. Yeah. Okay, it's probably right after this. You can't run away. Yeah. Do I bother? No, I do not bother cooking more food. Your progress is slow as the rocks shift precariously under your grip and footing, but you are able to maintain your handhold. You pick your way carefully down the craggy wall and piled stones, and eventually find yourself at the bottom. Audra Dragon. From under a cloak of gloomy shadow, lit only by the sickly hues of the Aedra statue, emerges what can only be a dragon. Vibrant, living Aedra plates its hide, and its movements are, and the movements of its great joints is like the grinding of boulders. The dragon stretches itself up to its full height, its horns looming like towers, and then it lowers its head, turning a sharp and intelligent gaze upon you. Oh,
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world. What a journey you have made.
what's a dragon doing here?
I have been here since the beginning. I watched the Engwithans carve out their walls, shape their great titan. I have seen their final moments. We have that in common, I think. How fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has cost you is your life.
Yeah. I have claimed Cadnua. I cannot let you threaten the keep. No, of course not. Tell me, did you stride nobly down the steps of your fine castle, determined to save the day?
I have seen your Cadnua. Have seen it rise and fall and rise again. Is it still rubble and weeds, or have you made more of it?
I was here before the Aedirans raised a single stone. I am older than the steps which led you here. I am bound to this sorry memorial, and you are no more master of it than you are of me. But you are the only one to have come so far. I cannot allow you to leave. Not now that you have seen this place. You said you were bound here. You know the power that lies within the soul. Everything here, living or dead, knows it, feeds on it, thrives on it. I fed upon Adnua's slaves while they toiled, and then once I had grown upon the Titan, in the living veins of the world. To go from a single feeble intelligence to hearing the voices of hundreds. Perhaps that sounds familiar to you. The statue survives, in part as do I. We are much changed, the both of us. She raises Aedra-laden wings, raised above you like a second ceiling. Nothing can feed upon the souls of thousands and remain the same. And we cannot part ways peacefully?
I'm afraid not. I will see your soul put to good use. You have earned pride of place.
The dragon rears its head, nostrils flaring, and moves toward you, jaws agape. Very important to deal with your taxes while being attacked by an Audra dragon.
Do you mind?
I think I can reasonably conclude it's going to be immune to fear. Seven turns, that's actually not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I might not regret doing that. Might regret it, but I also might not.
Spot on!
Excellent, interrupted it. Oh wow, put its turn quite far down.
Hey.
I don't know what all of these other things are, whatever else hostile here. I'm gonna use Edar to see if I can scout by summoning some wraiths. I'm guessing it's just gonna be more Zorids. But that is just a guess. Possibly a guess mixed with maybe some ancient memory. Right, I have the Beast Slayer song that specifically chose because I knew it would make dragons easier, so we'll go with that. Oh, it can only engage one person. That is surprising. I think the last dragon I fought was able to engage a bunch at once. Got the Adragons, not
Oh?
that's not good. I'd much rather it be Zorops.
Try something else!
Wow, I blinded it. That's kind of surprising. I suppose it's very likely that this should be easier than the Alpine Dragon, though I don't know that for sure.
I'm ready.
Oh, there is a Zorop champion somewhere. Ah, down there, okay. There are more things, they're just coming in piecemeal. Let's try this.
I need something stronger.
Yikes. A lot of projectiles, but it barely did any damage.
Tell me.
And if it's vulnerable to that, that would be ridiculously good. Does not appear to have affected it. But it also didn't show up in the combat log even to say it's immune or anything. That's odd. Alright, yeah, immune to fear, that's not surprising.
Oh? Spot on!
So while you're buffed, or do I need to drink more potions with you? One more turn. What was this last again? 3 turns.
Right here.
Decent damage. Finish this off. I think she can manage. Excellent. And
Hey.
damage in. It's already down to injured. And it doesn't seem to have a turn coming anytime soon.
Let's end this!
It's immune to fire. Alright. Part of me part of me wants to then move Canna up here. Yeah. Means like giving up the anti-dragon song, but let him deal with the Adrigans.
Right here.
It probably would have been better to send him down there to deal with those if he had like boots of haste or something. It would take him forever to get there, but he is best at dealing with weak targets. Let's circle around. Stunned, nice. It's immune to shock apparently, but I hit it for 48 with just regular damage. Chie down another deleterious alacrity. And
Lead the way.
Right here.
For Cold Lord!
Potion of power. That does give speed, right? Yeah, attack speed. Dominated the Devil of Karak, but she's immune. These two shades can just delay all of those from getting involved until this thing's dealt with. That'd be great. Which does look possible. It looks like the Outer Dragon's almost gone down.
Right here.
For Cold Lord!
I'm ready. Permet Kong Swolias.
It's got an awful lot of debuffs. And I've interrupted it to the point where it doesn't appear to be getting a turn literally ever.
Selmes metu. Fortatoa!
Well, it might be this then that finishes it. Yep. Kill the Sky Dragon and Adra Dragon from the clouds to the depths. Oh, that was a lot easier than I was afraid it was going to be. I thought there was a relatively decent chance I would die here. My recollection is I had a very, very close fight and just barely survived when I did this on real time with pause, though I think I did it long before, a lot earlier in the game. I think I did it probably, my guess is around level 10 to 12, somewhere in that range.
Tell me. Take that! Oh? Spot on!
Uh-huh. Gotta fight harder now. Right here.
For Cold Lord! Tell me.
Oh, the Slow Spirits doesn't show a debuff when I use it, so it might even have affected the dragon. That might be why the dragon never took a turn. What is even causing that? Is that from you? No. No. Weapon? Is it from you? Yes, slow spirits. Yeah, minus 60% attack speed, minus 25, 2.5 move speed for 2 turns. Accuracy versus will. So yeah, no idea if that affected the dragon or not. Maybe it did. Maybe that's why the dragon didn't get any turns.
Waves wash you to better shores.
I mean, obviously the interrupts were a large part of it as well, but...
Your aim could use some improvement. Finish them!
I only thought it would be more of a fight after the Alpine Dragon was one of the closest fights since the very early game.
Lead the way.
That is phenomenal. I love that ability.
Permet kong swolias.
Right here.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes?
Hey. You're not getting through me.
Following your lead. Your tail ends here!
Ostinago brudo. Be more careful.
Oh. Thought that one was already dead for some reason.
Right here.
You're mine!
Oh, and we got max
Keep an
level
eye.
off of that. I assume this is a thing that gives us the crafting component to make superb armor. Yeah. And some dragon eggs. Yep, level up times. Just do that. I don't know. Athletics is kind of worthless. I'll just do this. There we go. Yeah, I wanted Shadowing Beyond with her so she could use her bonus damage while invisible ability at least a couple of times in a fight.
I'm here.
I don't think there's really anything to get with her other than more stealth, I guess. And then because I have to spend the points on something, I guess use that. Could be fast runner. Superior deflection's fine. Interrupting blows isn't terrible. Alright, she was getting these. She's gotten most of them, but apparently not Primordial or Hunter, it looks like. 'Cause otherwise there would be more here. I don't think I've had problems against any Wilders or Primordials since, the beginning of the game, though, so... For consistency's sake, I do want to get more of them. It's fun to have somebody that has all but one, but which do I want least? I guess we'll go with Primordials. Honestly, Wilder and Primordials are the two that I think, categorically in my mind, I have least of a clear conception of what's different between them. And I guess Wilders are like the... whatever they're called, the Vithrak, the spider people, and Primordials are like the swamp one, shambling things. Like, neither of those are hugely common or threatening at this point, with Wilder Hunter. Yeah, she doesn't really want anything either. 9. Yeah. Oh, stuck with the point left over, but whatever. Yeah, might as well. Give nearby allies some attack. Like, it's a tiny radius, I assume. That's the main reason I've been thinking about taking it almost every level, I think, as I recall, but never have, solely because it doesn't say the radius, and if it doesn't say the radius, I assume it's probably something utterly abysmal, like 1.5 meters. But whatever. Plus to turn stuff really seems to stack in ridiculous ways, and getting a little bit more of it might go kind of bonkers. Right, I want to get his survival to 7. He has enough to get 2 damage reduction when we're forced to camp in the wilds. Yeah, I'm gonna get unstoppable. Why not?
Following your lead.
Well, apparently Kana wants to talk, but I'll do that after leveling up. The last of his invocations. Not that he will ever use them, because fights never seem to go long enough for him to even get the level 3 or 4 invocations. Raw damage to enemies caught in a nearly 5-meter cone. That's 90 degrees. Good damage. I don't know if the fact that this says faux AoE and this says AoE means that the corrode portion of his damage might hit allies. That would suck. And I'll just take another summon. I took the fire one of these, right? Let's see. Shock, corrode, freeze. Yeah, I must have taken fire. Maybe it's just Apprentice's sneak attack. He does really good damage. Might as well make him do even slightly better damage a lot of the time.
Oh.
And finally, Chie's final level. I don't know if I had any intentions, but it looks like stealth is the only thing that I can meaningfully do anything with, so... Stealth, and then sprinkle the points like that. There's a little bit of everything now, which is kind of nice-ish, I guess. Honestly, part of me thinks the best thing I could do with her would be to just take the Gallant's Focus. I've already got that with some other people, but I mean, just plus 4 more accuracy. At this point in the game, she's already pretty accurate, but maybe the best option. Make Nanook do a lot more damage, but he also just doesn't get turns. He gets like 2 turns a fight at most. Make Wounding Shot even more accurate. She does use that twice a fight, an extra 10 accuracy. That'd be decent. Oh wow, never took Superior Deflection with her, and I guess she doesn't really need it. She tries to stay out of areas where she'd be getting attacked. What did I get? Yeah, plus 20% shock damage with this bow. That's absolutely what I should get. That is not even a question. I am surprised I didn't already have that. I guess she got the bow when she was like level 15 or something, so that makes sense.
They'll call you a dragon slayer now. A slayer of Audra dragons, no less. What a trophy it will make. What a tale, for that matter. Perhaps I'll compose a song about it.
It was a good fight. I relish the challenge. And the Deerwood will remember you for it. I dare say they'll be tearing their hair out in jealousy over at Expedition Hall.
Certainly.
Yadra is so smooth you can barely feel the marks of a chisel.
Laying low.
And I know I got crafting components to make...
Slowly now.
Yadra Toenail is as hard and smooth as a steel tower shield. Crafting components to make superior armor out of, but kind of expected a dragon sword and some loot. Maybe it's in here somewhere? There we go.
And shadows.
Gold enough to sate even a Are those books? Utentem ed principi. Superb. Grazes to hits, crits can prone. Pretty nice if one was using scepters. And a lot of good scepters and rods and the like. They seem to be one of the worst weapon types. I mean, I guess I'm not really using whatever you call them, wizards, which get some passives that make those a lot better, like the passive that makes them have AoE damage. That's really good. This seems really good, too. Unique crossbow with 20% attack speed and hits to crits. Neat. If it had 2 damage types, I'd respec for it, honestly. Or at least consider it. Oh, light armor, superb, with retaliation and bonus damage to flanked targets. That's something to think about. Exceptional poleaxe, Minoleta's grimoire. I don't know if this has some special Minoleta spells you can't get elsewhere. Most of these look familiar, I think. I'm sure that one does. I'm sure that does. I think that one's familiar, so maybe it's nothing special. Maybe this one, Precisely Piercing Blast, creates a burst of deadly force around the caster, causing any enemies in the immediate vicinity to take pierce damage, bypassing their DR. Maybe it's new. I don't know. Yeah, and a unique shield, the Little Savior. Superb. A lot of bonus defense while stunned and prone, and a friendly aura of plus to all defenses. Ooh, that's like what Pelagina's already using. Let's see if how that compares to the one she's got. Just better? Worse? Friendly aura? Yeah, the only real difference is that this one she's already using, is paladin only and only exceptional rather than superb. Whereas this one can be used by everybody and is superb and has the extra bonus defense as well stunned. So it's literally just an improvement. Nobody else is using shield. Well, you are. Could pop that on him. I have enjoyed this Thrust of Tattered Veils like critical hits with the bash, though I've only seen it like twice. It's really funny when it happens. And it does hurt his accuracy. I do hate the way these small shields look. That doesn't even really look like a shield. It looks like he's holding a hat. Who's that there? Defense is 100. Sting. Alright, the 2 different... Oh, was that the wrong one I was looking at? Yes, it was. Oh. Oh, okay, there we go. So...
I'm ready.
Where else stealth? We don't need that.
I'm ready.
You and...
Hey.
Yes, the +5 to all defenses stacks when they're both wearing it. So if they're both near enough each other for that little aura that they grant, we get +10, yeah. Do it that way then. Let's have them both have one. That's kind of neat. Oof, that'd be good. Minus 15% single weapon initiative. I don't want to waste all my Durgan steel, but I only... Like, what else am I going to use it on? I put some on hers. What does it cost again? For armor, is that 2? It's only 1, excellent. Part of me was thinking I might want to replace the Starlit Garb with the Vengiata Rugia. I'd get 5 initiative penalty, but I'd get an extra bonus 10% damage to flank targets. So I don't know if that stacks with other bonuses that do the same. I thought I had gloves. Oh, I used to have gloves that do that. Well, I don't have other bonuses that do the same anymore. So the stacking problem isn't a problem. How's it look? Ooh, I vastly prefer the look. That's really nice. The color seems like it ignores whatever... Yeah. Well, that color's a hat, though, so I can make that match. Well, it colors the hat a little bit. Well, that's not bad. Shame I can't color the cloak. Yeah, I'm just not even going to think of it. I'm just going to do it. Bam. And it's already superb, so we don't need to up that. We wanted +2 perception, right? That's what you had, perception, and she doesn't have anything boosting that now. Correct. Excellent, and I will skip adding a proofing, because that will mean I can upgrade to legendary if I ever find a bog dragon scale, which I assume will only be in the White March Part 2, which I don't think I'm likely to ever go to, but oh well. Alright, now somebody's going to take the Starlight Garb off of her, because, you know, I've Durganized it. I'm definitely going to use it. Defense against spells, athletics, perception. I think it might be Canna? No. I don't know, I kind of want to put it on Canna, because I don't like the thing he's wearing anymore. It feels like he's grown out of that and he needs something new. But the thing that makes me not want to put it on Canna is, like, most of his effectiveness. Well, I guess not quite most, because this is quite good. Although this would be a lot better if I could make it superb. But most of his effectiveness comes from his song. And increasing his speed doesn't make his songs come faster. I mean, Eddar more turns would be nice. Giving Pelagina more turns would be nice. I mean, Manahe more turns would be very nice. Maneha. Why am I so bad at that? Maneha. I have actively practiced that mentally and verbally. Looks kind of good on her outside of not really matching her hat. What does that do? +3 might and retaliation, alright. Defense for spells, athletics, perception. Have anything boosting our perception pointlessly now? No. Oh, that's good. I do wonder if this might end up being better than the Grey Sleeper at the end of the day if I were to level it up. Although that Slow Spirits looks like it might be super effective. Or maybe it doesn't do anything. Can't tell for sure. I do love the Twin Stones when it happens, although the volume of it startles me every time. Alrighty, so everything's done here, it looks like. Is there no Skyrim exit? Guess the previous floor had one, so you don't really need one, but it would have been nice. Also, it feels odd that I can't get line of sight on that little bit of foot. Don't need it, but it just looks weird. Alright, climb up the rocks. Can you still come up here? No. Maybe down here's an exit now that I've killed the dragon. Nope.
I'll see what's ahead.
Just a little pointless alcove to murder some innocent Zarips in if you want. What a shame. Oh. Alright, there's a burglar who left some intricate knots as clues, and I sent the grieving mother. In Imergal, grieving mother met with priests of Abaddon to discuss the mysteries of who had stolen the Smith's Hall artifacts and for what purpose. During the investigation, a quirky priest of Whale lent the group his bizarre form of help. Answers to the thief's riddles posed as different riddles. After tracking down each stolen artifact through a series of additional clues, grieving mother and the priest of Abaddon realized that the priest of Whale was the thief. Very pleased with himself, he had no objection to being captured and sent to the Earl of Emir for punishment. When grieving mother left the priests of Abaddon, they were still trying to determine the point of the theft. Alright. And nothing else. And with that, we appear to be completely and permanently done with the endless paths of Odd Nua. Unless I die and have to replay the whole game.
Gelade, well done.
Oh my god.
Formidable fortress.
That bark. That audio bark. Wish I could turn it off. I know you can make unit responses less common, but I think that's just for when you select them. And I'm fine with those. It's just that one. It's just this zone, basically. This one zone. NPCs have to comment on constantly.
Hail, traveler.
Show me your wares. Let us start by refilling my camping supplies. Then sell all my junk. Had less junk to sell than I thought. Beneficial effect suspended for 3 turns, 5 uses total. Boring.
We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too
Too
vulnerable,
vulnerable to cannons. And unfortunately, we did find that pommel stone, which means I need to go check all the blacksmiths again in the hopes that this time one of them will work with me. I still think the Crucible Knight one is the most likely, but I'm gonna check this one first, because it would take longer. Basically, I'm going to go here to Defiance Bay, to Deerford, to Twin Elms, if it takes that long to find one. It feels like the most straightforward way to check all of them. But I'm only just going to pop into the blacksmiths I know of. I'm not going to go wandering around aimlessly like I did last time I was searching for this.
How do you do?
No, that's not Tuatanu. Wait, what?
Hello.
Why do I have garbage dagger here? Oh, should be there. Ah, my inventory is an absolute mess.
Hey, how's that song go again? The one you was singing a minute ago?
North and home again? Just getting into the mountain spirit. I'll keep it to a hum, if you like.
No, it was nice. In fact, you could sing it some more, if you want.
Aw. Yay! Show him the pieces of the Blade of the Endless Paths. I found all the pieces of this ancient sword. Do you think you could repair it? Aye, and 'twould be a privilege to. Not often you get to lay eyes on such fine craftsmanship. He runs a calloused finger along the edge of one of the shards. This blade will take some time, but I guarantee it'll be worth the wait. He beams. Finest work I've ever done, if I may say so. It's only a shame I can't take all the credit for it. Something else on your mind? Nope. I was right the first time to come to him. It's just a superb sword that has plus 20% attack speed and bonus accuracy to an ally attacking the same target. That's actually really good. Like, it's possible. It's just better than the Grey Sleeper, despite all of its extra stuff. Like, this fact that it's superb, and it's an S-Stock too, so... Definitely gonna try it. Same damage. It would definitely be better if I Durganized it, which I could. It would be my last bits of Durgan iron ingots, but boy, would it be good. I am incapable of putting any of these enchantments on it if I want the, theory that I could ever put it to legendary, though. I mean, realistically, I'm never finding these Kraken eyes, let alone two of them. So I imagine I'm not. As like I said, I think they'll be in the White March Part 2, and I don't think I'm going back there. I don't like how they maxed that out. The enchantment values. It's too low. I want to be able to put everything on. I haven't looked at these in a while. Yeah, it's still the same most powerful enemy. So the Alpine Dragon was more powerful than the Aedra Dragon. And whomever Laneric is, whom I've already, I think it was one of the bounties, was apparently as powerful as the Alpine Dragon. Yeah, my honesty is up to 4. I think that was only 3 last time I was here. Alright, you haven't taken any of the elemental things, right? No. Okay. Yeah, didn't think so. And we will try this for now. We'll give her both corrosive, maybe? Sure. More tax stuff. Well, I guess we're just gonna head to that island then, for the main quest. Although I don't really want to start that right now, because I don't want this session to run on too long, and if I started it... Yeah, see if I can find something else to do that takes 20-ish, 20 to 30 minutes would be ideal. Oh yeah, I could go do that. I don't particularly want to, it sounds annoying. Songs of the Wild. Similarly here, I'd kind of like to do this. Screw it, I'm just gonna go straight to the island. If I have to end relatively shortly into starting it, that's fine. Sure, it doesn't immediately chug me into something that I can't take a pause during. Alright, and I can upgrade an armor to superb, so I probably should. And in a way, it makes the most sense to do hers, because she's never going to get to superb elsewise, because she can't just find one. I'm not... His is already superb. His I'm not upgrading, because I'd like to find something different for him. Hers I could theoretically. It's already been Durganized, so I'm definitely going to always have it on somebody. And honestly, I'm more likely to boot the Devil of Carrot from my team than Maneha. Maneha seems like very much a permanent member. We will bump that up. Oh, we have enough for 2. Thought we only had enough for 1. That's fantastic. Then I will give the devil hers as well. Let's not overthink it and spend ages waffling like I'm tempted to do. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to toss these Boots of Speed on Decana instead of the Consecrated Ground. I think that'll be more useful. I'll put these on you, though. I feel like them on someone. On +1, yeah. More sneak attacks. Yep.
Carrick, you remind me of an old lover of mine.
Is it my violent urges or my heart of brass?
It's your hands. Oh, Esma's were lovely, but always so cold. Killed the mood, if you know what I mean.
Wait, where am I going here? Oh, 1 dock too far south.
I
Alrighty.
have trod more secret and sacred places in your company than I could have imagined.
I remember when I was a girl, and the missionaries came and told us about the gods. They said we could see them in the stars. I remember when I heard that, I snuck out at night and climbed the watchtower in the old fort because I wanted to see them better. That fort burned down a few years ago when we cast the missionaries out. It was the missionaries who set fire to it. They didn't want us to be able to use it. Shame. There was history in that fort.
They'll do a lot worse if they ever return. Those missionaries are all inquisitors now. Strange to think they're the same people underneath, but I suppose you would know. She looks at you. This is your home as much as it is mine. Do you worry about it? I don't know. I worry about you. You should be more worried about yourself. Half the guards still plot your death at night. I
I
miscalculated.
miscalculated many things since this began. I'm relieved you weren't one of them. It's a good thing we didn't hang you.
I really wish they did choose to either voice act or not. I hate the back and forth.
I always knew this path would have consequences, but I never wanted to see Kratom suffer on my behalf. I don't think I can stay here any longer. I am told the Inquisition is gathering an army, that they have sent messengers to bargain with rulers from distant lands. Kratom is not built to withstand a siege. If war is coming, I should be doing what Theos is doing. I will need allies. Allies on a stronghold that can resist an invading army.
You can feel her words formed long ago rising in your throat like a toxic black bile. Have you thought about Oceanus?
Oceanus. They have held off many would-be invaders, and their king has no love of the Inquisition's faith. I wonder, would he listen?
Some spirits there seem to just fly into Chie. Wonder what that was about.
To whispers and shadows.
Hey. Leave it to me!
Lead the way.
Following your lead. Elmes metu.
Oh, Pogras and Menpogras are primordials, so... Those are some
I'm here.
challenging primordials, at least.
Right here.
Yes? Your tail ends here!
Silence surrounds me.
Oh, I didn't think that was a doorway. That was like a, I don't know, a wall with a recess in it that you might loot. You venture through a doorway into an underground tunnel. A staircase coils upwards, leading to a dim passage. On the upper level, light filters through the collapsed ceiling. A wall of piled stones and rubble blocks the way ahead. I guess we'll clear the rubble with a pry bar, because why not? You wedge your pry bar against a large stone and put all your weight into it. Your efforts dislodge the boulder, and it rolls free with a heavy groan. Other slabs and chunks of debris begin to break away. The massive pile creaks and rumbles, threatening to loose 1,000 pounds of stone around you. As the debris tumbles down, you lunge through the narrowing gap. However, Chie isn't fast enough and disappears behind the falling rocks. Chie emerges from a cloud of dust, hunched over and cradling tender ribs. Oh, sakes. Always just random injuries you can't do anything about with these. I thought for a second there it was, the game was creating an excuse to give me like a solo section, which would have been more interesting. Light breaks into the tunnel up ahead, growing brighter as you continue. Soon the passage ends, opening up high on the cliffside of Burial Isle. Oh, and look, some camping supplies to deal with the injury that they more or less just forced upon you. We got the quiet music bug going on. Actually quite curious if anybody watching this has also experienced that particular bug. A lot of them are so, I don't know, singular or strange that it wouldn't surprise me if they're not hugely common or noticeable, but just like 1 in 4 combats having music that is so quiet you can barely hear it, that is such a strange bug. It really makes me wonder how it came about. Whether or not it's common or something strange incompatibility with my system.
Try something else.
Right here.
Uh-huh. I'm here.
No.
Yes.
Let us end this.
Hey.
Following your lead.
Certainly.
I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm calling this that this is the weapon. This is the weapon I'm going to waste my last Durgan on. I just don't want to think about it anymore. I hate that I can't do it on a weapon that's good for Chie, but there's just I know I'm not gonna find a bow that's really comparable. It just doesn't exist in the game, I don't think. So it's either this or I do it on this. And like this if I could get this to Legendary, it's probably good enough. Even outside of that, in some ways, it's better. I mean, it does have bonus damage. 22 to 31. 22 to 33. Interesting that that's ever so slightly higher. It says the Returning Storm, which is fun, but, like, it's not reliable. It's a Crackling Bolt, which is, again, fun, but I don't use it often. The Bulwark against the elements, which I've used exactly once and never got attacked afterwards. So really what I'm going with is, do I want the Shock / Pierce mixed with the 1 extra meter range, or I have a bonus 25% freeze damage, bonus accuracy against Kith, bonus damage against Kith, and the vague possibility of maybe bringing it to Legendary someday. Maybe I do it on this, and just say, screw it, I'm using the Masuk hunting bow from now on. I wanted to just pop into the menu and use it, but you know what I'm actually going to do is the smart thing to do, is I'm going to switch to the Masuk hunting bow for a little bit and see if it feels
Certainly.
effective. I did just take that perk that gives me bonus lightning damage, which makes this worse if I decide to go to the Masuk hunting bow. Oh, more spirits are zooming into me. Oh yeah, if I go to the Masuk hunting bow, it would then behoove me to respec.
Another turn, Inquisitor.
Thou signals some unseen attendant standing beside a large crank.
I ask again, Jovara Ixensios, do you confess to these heresies of which you stand accused?
He waits, but Iovara only stares straight ahead. Her face stony, the creak of her restraints the only sound.
Do you confess to apostasy?
I confess to renouncing a mistake.
Do you confess to conspiracy against the one true faith?
I confess to opening minds.
Do you confess to false prophecy?
I confess to following a false prophet.
Indeed. And where might we find this heretic?
And she obviously means you.
He wears the robes of a Grand Inquisitor.
You have no followers here, heretic. Your lies hold no sway in the court of the penitents.
Only my truth, then.
Another turn.
No! Wait! Wait! I'm ready. I'm ready.
You are ready to give a confession?
I'm ready to hear one from you.
Bear shakes his head and points at the Inquisitor, and the scraping grind of rusted gears echoes in your mind as the apparitions fade away.
There's a first time for everything, and a last.
Good thing I'm freshly greased.
A great pit lies in the shadow of the statue of Wodika. No light from the surface reaches the bottom, but even so, you catch flickers of a ghostly glow in the depths. A wind from the pit buffets you. It isn't cold, but it raises goose flesh along your arms. The wind carries a whisper, low and sibilant. As you look into the pit, souls gather around you. They encase you in a cloud of essence that swirls around your body while you consider your next move. I guess that's progress. I don't know how much I want to bother exploring the whole of this little island here. Unlikely to find loot or... Well, I'm unlikely to find loot, and I'm guaranteed not to find experience, so... It's like anything I find is going to be likely exceptional at best.
Surrounds me.
Oh? Spot on!
Oh, that's annoying. I had forgotten how irritating these
Leave it to me.
will-o-wisps can be.
Of course.
Tell me! That's gonna leave a scar.
We sail for Takoa!
Did I not give you the boots of speed? I did. It's barely effective when you're sneaking, I guess.
Adovidoro.
Oh? Spot on!
Right here.
Following your lead. Let's end this!
Lead the way.
Phenomenal, I love that. If only I could do it more than once per fight. Not that I'm likely to ever find, or likely to find many fights where there'd be more than one group of enemies big enough for that to be worthwhile, but very satisfying.
Right here.
You're
the radius on that speed buff isn't great, but it's not terrible. It's from her to about here-ish.
Tell me. Ah!
Hmm?
She does appear to be doing decent damage with the Masook hunting bow. Maybe Durganizing it's the way to go. God, I wish I could Durganize the Stormcaller. Make the decision so easy.
Tell me.
Or if I just played a rogue or a barbarian. Either way, I'd probably have given them this sword and be like, yeah, go for it. Fast sword, superb, sure.
Vi aces vox converano.
Lead the way. Just like old times.
Yes.
Maneha really is feeling more effective than Chie now.
Yes?
If I Durganize her weapon, oh, she'd be even more effective still.
Hey.
I'm here.
What's her accuracy? 99? Also 99. It was 102 last I looked. Interesting. Something must have changed, but I do not know what. I wonder what is grouped up. It is some sort of that thing. Oh yeah, it was probably 103 because you were probably standing close enough to somebody that had the aura, and then you weren't the gallants, whatever.
Certainly.
There. Yeah, there it is. Gallant's focus. I hate the indecision of it all. Only I'd found a little bit more of the Durganized steel. Make the decision infinitely easier if I could just do a few of them. Oh, Necklace of Might +3. Not terrible. Again, necklace slots very highly contended, but contested for. I don't know what word I'm trying to use there now. Still potentially interesting. Alright, this is just going to be a bunch of garbage loot. I'm going to say screw it and head back up here and just jump in the hole. Yeah, these things seem to have respawned. Are they going to, shoot into Chie as she walks past? That's it. I've made a decision. I'm going to flip a coin on it. Where's my coin? I've got a coin around here I keep just for such occasions. And I seem to have misplaced it. My desk is a mess. There's too much paperwork just lying around that I need to deal with. Probably covering it up somewhere. No. Well, there's 8 coin, not the one I normally use, but it will have to do. Heads, I upgrade the Masook bow. Tails, I upgrade Maneha's sword. And it's tails. Before I can think about it, just doing it. Bam. Done. Probably the wrong choice. Don't care, it's done. And then jumping down the hole. As you jump, trusting in the promises of the gods and the power of the souls to bear you safely down. The sudden drop takes your breath away. but the souls catch you, encasing you in a shining, thrumming aura. But while they slow your descent, you can still feel that you are falling faster than you should. The essence flowing around you is strong but chaotic. You find yourself drifting toward a wall. Pelagina falls with you for a moment, but seems oddly buoyant during her slow descent, feathers fluttering silently along her arms and the sides of her face. Suddenly, her golden eyes glow wide, and she shouts, "Look out, Chie! The wall!" I reach for a companion? You reach out and feel a hand, strong and sure, wrap around your forearm. It tugs you away from the wall just as you feel your toe graze something. You manage to spread your arms and legs into an X, steadying your position and the rate of your descent. You reach the Court of the Penitents, millennia-old stones safely under your feet. No, I've already selected standard once. I hate this. Legit, of all of the complaints I've had about the game, this is by far the biggest. Do not do this if you are a developer. It is just rude. I do not want to be balancing your game for you in the middle of the game, in the middle of the playthrough. That's ridiculous. That is your job. Don't offset it to me. Make a decision. I'm choosing stat. Like, everything's been so easy that it makes me want to pick high level, but I don't know what that means. It might be impossibly difficult, and I don't have a chance to change it afterwards, as it so helpfully tells me. Not that I would want to anyways. I don't like choosing difficulty. Like, difficulty choices, if they exist, should be made at the very start of the game. Never again. In my opinion, you shouldn't even be able to change them afterwards. The ability to do so is a cognitive load that makes it harder to engage with the game to me. Obviously, such things are subjective. I'm not saying that's the one right way to do it, but for my taste, that's how it should be done. Don't like to be thinking about the balance of the game in ways that that being able to change your difficulty whenever you want forces me to constantly be pondering.
After what seems like an eternity, your rapid descent comes to an abrupt end. You remain still for a moment while your heart settles and your eyes adjust, breathing in stale, forgotten air. Before you, a narrow and eroded walkway becomes faintly visible in the dim light, cutting a winding path through a cavern so expansive it seems a world unto itself. In the distance, you can make out the cold gleam of living Adra veins that spike and fork in and out of view from the murky depths beneath. Their glow a faint and fleeting guide along the ancient trail. You look above at the opening you jumped through, now barely a speck of light like some distant star alone in the cosmos and forever out of reach. Your only way lies ahead.
Everyone all right? No shattered knees? Good. Just me, then.
That was bracing.
Looks like all my parts are still moving.
Did anyone bring a ladder?
Interesting that Canna didn't have anything to say. Or Pelagina.
What have we here?
Nice to have some spare camping supplies to come back for if I need them. And yet more of them.
What have we here?
And more traps. And more traps.
Oh?
Spot on!
Hey.
It's done.
Something else!
Hey.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Because of that difficulty pop-up, now every time I kill them really quickly like that, I think, oh, maybe I should have chosen the other option. But if they were super, super challenging, I'd be thinking the other thing. Whereas if the developers had just made the decision for me, regardless of which it was, I'd just kind of accept it. If it was difficult or easy, I'd think, oh, that's just how the game is supposed to be here, instead of, well, that's what I chose.
Tell me.
But I don't know. Everybody engages with games differently. I actively don't want to be making very many choices about how a game works. I want to engage with the experience presented to me, not to design it myself. Because the sense of discovery is part of what's fun, and the more choices I'm making about how the game works, the less I can really discover it. I feel it follows straight through even into difficulty selections.
Right here.
Yes? For Takora!
102 damage. Kind of afraid of going over here because there's probably traps. Hoping to let them come to me.
Spot on!
Tell me.
Move forward. Fine. Oh god, yes, that organized steel. It's just get turn after turn after turn. It's amazing.
Now here's something.
Chie is still faster, at least in the early turns, but it seems like after she takes her turn, Maneha becomes faster.
I'm here.
Yes? Wait. For Takora!
Yes.
Finish them!
Or maybe not.
Surrounds me.
In the same order there, Chie, and then Maneha, and then shortly thereafter, Chie, and then Maneha again. I hoped the handful of stealth points I'd taken would be a 7. 7 feels like it should have been enough to sneak forward and disable, but apparently not.
Uh-huh.
She can't get any.
Yes? For Selmes Metu.
Just like old times.
It's done.
Laying low.
The column of Aedra rises above you, stoic and silent, its ridged layers a measuring stick for the passing of ages. It feels to you as a thick block of ice, and you perceive, buried deep in its core, a dim, flickering flame, all but extinguished, yet preserved against the ravages of the elements. At your approach, the flame seems to steady and draw strength, and the layers separating it from you melt away, and you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. The glow seems to fade as though you had adjusted to its intensity, and where it was, Iovara seeps into existence, an idyllic shade hovering above the moist prison floor. Though ageless, she appears somehow different to you now, a slight stoop to her carriage, perhaps, or a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There is a broad scar across her face, fibrous and wormy, where flames once lapped, unhealed even in death.
So my love returns to me at long last. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
Suppose I go wherever fate takes me.
So the universe wills it then. As likely a reason as any. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
This is ridiculous, but I just noticed where the coin that I was searching for was, and I want to see if it gives me the same results as the backup coin I used. It does, so regardless, I would have upgraded the weapon on Maneha. Theos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Wotica and to blame Animancy for the damage he's caused.
After all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
You knew me when Theos did. There's something I need to know about that time.
I will tell you what I remember.
There's something about that lifetime my soul can't let go of. I need to know what it is, and I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition, of Theos.
I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
And what was that? Iovara's mouth tightens and her brow furrows, a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours, as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
Pelagina throws her head back and laughs gleefully. Ha ha ha! Of course not. It all makes sense now.
She's not serious.
Why does he get the line acted, but not Pelagina?
There's a theory puts my boldest to shame. But we ourselves have seen the gods' influence.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And how did you discover this?
The Anguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
Later on, after I left the Order, a few Anguithans found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. Okay, then who created the gods, and for what?
They were conceived by Engwith, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos' people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Anguithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators. Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
This is why you started your own faith?
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
Is it true, what you taught?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did. Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
Yuvara scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen.
What if all the tragedy, all the persecution, came in defense of an imposter?
That's not... That can't be right. Aethys, he's done miracles for people.
The power of the gods is undeniable. The truth of the story they weave is not. If all our common threads are spun from a lie, what's left to bind us together?
For thousands of years, the Angwithan lie clouded our sight. How can we claim there is no other way when we never had the opportunity to discover one? There are answers out there still, in places we've never thought to look.
What if even mastery over all things cannot answer the most basic of questions?
I stopped asking those questions long ago. It is enough to care for those we love with the time we have in this life.
Well said, Pelagina. She looks at the Devil of Karok, whose eyes gleam coldly in the pale glow.
What if your body is destined to outlive your purpose?
And keep me caged up? Like you? I ain't gonna let my soul go to rot in this thing.
You may have little choice in the matter, but as to your purpose, that choice is yours.
She locks eyes with Aneha.
What if no god had the authority to relieve our burdens or absolve our sins?
No, then I guess we'd have to seek those things from people.
She crosses her arms, angling her head.
And that's the hard part, isn't it? It's easy to close your eyes and pray to a god. Harder to open them and look into the face of someone you've hurt. Or someone who's hurt you. I spent a long time looking for a miraculous solution. But you can't undo the past any more than you can unspill a glass of wine. All you can do is move forward and try for better.
Many are the names of those who have died in despair, waiting for the help of the gods.
You feel the weight of Yovara's translucent eyes upon your soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? Then it is the questions that have always posed more value than their answers.
A question is a journey, and a journey is what makes us who we are, it's true. But when one journey leads only to the next, then where may one find rest? I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple. But somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do. Even without assurances, there is still truth.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew. I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, hints of doubt trace her serene visage.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
As she asks, the memory springs to your mind immediately, as though it had just happened. I guess I'm choosing the past here. I don't like any of these choices, though. I'm gonna go with fear. I was afraid of what Thaos might do to me if I didn't agree to it.
Woodica gifted him a great many things, but his ability to manipulate was always his own. Good. Good. The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because...
Wasn't because I doubted you? I needed to know it wasn't because after everything you'd learned, you'd still rather believe in a lie. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. It seems a harsh connection to draw.
Of all that I loved you for, it was your righteousness most of all. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
I see your point.
I'm aware of the folly of trying to learn so much from so little. I've had time to consider that in all its facets. But in the end, it was all I had. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
It wasn't me who made that choice. I bear no responsibility for it.
At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish. But now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Thaos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Thaos himself will satisfy your needs. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
I mean, what I really want to ask is how can I get to Thaos? Honestly, don't know what I need to know. I mean, I guess this is all about the idea of getting him to undo my awakening still, but I feel like, at least as the player, if not necessarily as the character, I've come to accept that that can't be done, and so now it's just a matter of killing Thaos to ensure that the suffering he causes across the millennia does not continue. Yeah, do you know why Thaos has done all this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances. That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once when the other gods decided she had gone too far and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
Are you bound here until the end of time?
In a matter of speaking. This is Braeth Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then.
The other gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt. I think it's really only Hylia that aids me.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing. But these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Why don't you repent? You could be free of this place.
Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty, even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
Okay, well then it is time for me to go.
Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
The gods have given me the souls of their forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them. Help me strike the final blow against Theos.
If I repent, all I have done has meant nothing.
Yes, fair enough. Then I will waste no more time. Farewell, Yovara.
I am grateful you came and found me here, no matter the circumstances. You're not exactly who you once were, I have to remind myself. But seeing you one last time, and remembering what we shared, brief as it was better than anything I dared hope for in this place. If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other, I hope to find you at peace.
And Chie gained a new ability. Steps to the wheel. Paralyze foes for 1 turn. Sicken them for 1 turn. Accuracy versus will. Small radius. middling range.
Certainly.
Camping supplies. Sun and shadow. I can. There's enemies up here.
I'll keep an eye out.
Hmm?
Hey.
Tell me.
Not just quite enough range for her to hit both of them.
Your tale ends here!
I'm here. Just like old times. Oh.
Right here.
Let's see what lies this way.
Oh?
Hey.
Just like old times.
Hey, let's end this!
Oh? Spot on!
Odd targeting there.
Right here.
Where are you? Oh, you're way back there.
Uh-huh.
So satisfying.
Tell me. Just like old times.
Yes.
Following your lead. Let's end this!
I'm ready.
I'm here.
Hey.
Hmm?
Following your lead.
I'll see what's ahead.
What is this? Soul Guardian pillars. Oh, Adra pillars.
It's done. Hmm?
Try something else.
I'm here.
Yes? Wayfair, Selmes, Metum.
Ah. Need a shove command. Just push Nanook a little bit, that'd be fine.
Your aim could use some improvement.
Tell me. Just like old times.
Right here.
For Cold Morn!
Following your lead. Let's end this!
some border republics. Ha!
Boy, where the sneak circles appear in the wrong place is always funny. Not sure entirely what causes it, but it only seems to happen if you enter stealth after a combat without ever having moved. Not without having moved in the combat, of course, without having moved after the combat ends, before entering stealth. Alright, so there's nothing here, really.
Let's see what lies this...
It's just some pointless encounters. Yep, I already ran a bit longer than I intended, and that seems, oh, no, not quite a decent place. I'm going to talk to Edar first.
Doesn't that just beat all? Here I was, wondering all this time whether all these terrible things were people's fault or the gods. Turns out they might be the same thing. Wonder how things would have gone different 15 years ago if the Raid Sarens had been told their god was made in some forge or kiln someplace. Would we still have gone to war?
Kind of want the choice that does it really matter whether the god is artificial or innate? A god's a god, whether they were created by the Engwithans or have existed from the beginning of time. What matters is what they can do. But, it wasn't their god who made them believe they were right. I doubt they'd have fought if they knew he was fallible. No. I thought that said it wasn't their god, not it was. People were starving. They'd have rebelled sooner or later.
I could see the rebellion still happening, but I don't know that they would have invaded.
He looks down at the ground, drumming his fingers against his side restlessly. When he speaks again, it seems half to himself.
I don't know. When Woden left for war, we, had a fight. As brothers will.
What about?
About him going off to war. He was set on it. But my parents warned him. They said you get a new country with every trip across the border, but your god, you only get the one. Me? I didn't know who was right. All I knew was I didn't want him to go. It's the same for families as it is for gods. You only get the one. I said every vicious thing I could think of, trying to change his mind. He brushed it off. Just got me madder, of course, him being so calm. He said I should come with him, but he'd understand if I didn't want to. I told him he'd better be able to face his god one day and answer for what he'd done. He said he'd keep that in mind. And then, he was gone. By the time I'd cooled off, months had passed. One morning it dawns on me that my brother always knew better than me. If he was so sure of what he was doing, then I should be there with him. I packed my things and was on the road that same morning. Of course, what I didn't know then was he'd already changed his mind. By that time, he was dead on that field.
Do you think he went to Widewind because of what you said to him?
Crossed my mind. You live in a place like Gilded Vale. You don't have a whole lot else to do other than think about things you don't want to think about. I hope that wasn't it. I hope he went there because it's what he thought was right. But it seems I'm not meant to know.
So if you'd left with him, you'd have known why he changed his mind. I mean, that just seems mean. But let's be on our way seems dismissive. Rather be dismissive than mean, I suppose. Let us be on our way.
Still one more mess we gotta straighten out. Come on, then. I still owe you one.
And with that, actually I'll hit the load screen and hope nothing starts so that I don't have to start immediately next session with a load screen. As long as there isn't another immediate dialogue here, like, yeah. Okay, and with that I will end session 48. Thank you all for watching and or listening, and I hope you will join me again next time with session 49.